Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another conversation. Well, really, this is our first conversation over here on the channel about Summer House of Martha's Vineyard. The entire season is over. We did get a chance to watch the reunion, and that is what I want to get into today. Okay. Now, I have been doing my watch alongs and things for my patrons. So shout out to you guys, okay, because we have been getting into the season together, but I do want to chime in and talk about the reunion. Okay. First thing I want to get into are the looks. Okay. When it comes to the ladies, I felt like the top three for me would be Shanice, it would be Jasmine, and then it would be Noelle. Those are my top three picks when it comes to the outfits at the reunion. For the ladies, when it comes to the guys, I would say it would be Nick, then it would be Alex, and then it would be Preston for me. I feel like everybody pretty much came in suits, whereas Amir kind of came in just like, trying to show off his muscles, no suit. He didn't come suited and booted. He just came booted, okay? So, in my opinion, that's what I would rate, the order of the top three for me when it comes to the men and women. So, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the reunion looks and what your ratings would be for that, okay? Also, let me say this. When it comes to Nick, I feel like Nick has actually grown on me this season. I wasn't really featuring Nick last season, something about him at the top of the season, but as the season continued to go on, I felt like Nick really wasn't that bad of a guy. When the ladies told him how touchy he gets, he decided to go over, have a conversation with them, and just make sure that everybody feels comfortable around him. And if there's anything he's doing out of order, he'll fix it or whatever the case was. So I wasn't really tripping too much. Nick has grown on me, whereas Amir has grown off of me. Okay. He has worn the hell off. I think I liked Amir more last season, but I'm not featuring him with this girl. Amir can go on. So Jasmine. Um, what I wanted to say about, was it Jasmine or Jordan? No, Jordan. I wanted to say, Jordan, girl, you wanted to stand out for some reason. Everybody got that good pink on. You wanted to come in there with a piece of red, and it was just giving every bit of tacky for me. So I was not featuring Jasmine's attire. Let's get to Summer, Alex, and Noelle. Okay, so of course they talk about Summer and Alex's past rendezvous or whatever, and Alex says that he told Summer that he wasn't that into her like that. Summer says no, he didn't. It just fizzled out. I can see both things being true. Okay. I can see Alice, letting her know, like, this really ain't it. But I also can see Summer and I can see Alex letting things fizzle out first before he actually gave her an explanation as to why he's just not that into her, in my personal. Okay. Now, Summer did try to jump into the conversation to explain her side, and then Alex gonna sit up there and tell Miss Girl, you can fall back, Autumn. I said, ooh, I caught that. I had to rewind it. I caught that. I said, because I'm like, why is he saying Autumn? Then it clicked, and I said, oh, her name is Summer. So he tried to be shady. Okay, so that's what he said to her. All right, Summer kept saying that she did tell Noelle about her and Alex. No, you did not. You did not do that. Summer was trying to make the situation more about Noelle continuing to talk to him or pursue him after she had already told her what it was. And I'm just like, no, let's stay on topic. Let's talk about you not telling your friend what was really up as y'all came into the house, right? Then we'll get to her choosing to continue to go after or pursue this man after you notify her. But right now we on you for a little bit, okay? That's what we on. We on you for a little bit. So Noelle was pretty much over there trying to clock her. She was trying to get her together like, girl, don't try and do me. Don't do me. Don't do me, girl. You know what was up. Girl, this little piece right here is really killing me. So, anywho, Noelle did go on to try and say that she didn't pursue Alex. I said, now we're not gonna let you lie either. Okay, you said when things are not adding up, you want to go ahead and nip it in the bud and check it. Well, we finna check you right here because you lying. You was definitely trying to pursue that man, and you look like boo boo the damn fool. You look like a damn clown going after him. In my personal, okay. He definitely embarrassed you. You did cry. So yeah, I mean, and Alex ain't all that in my personal or whatever. But it did happen. Okay. Why you continue to pursue him afterwards, I don't know. Maybe you felt like, hell, you didn't tell me, so I'm gonna get back at you and I'm gonna go ahead and try to talk to him because you should have told me a long time ago. I don't know. But you did say that you're not that type of girl. Like that's not what you do. But you turned around and you did it anyway. Okay. So I don't know if you was in your horny phase as well, like Shanice has been, which is the reason you continue to pursue him, because out of all of the guys, Alex was really the only one that was available for you to fuck on. Okay. But so I don't know what it really was given. Okay. But there's that. All right. Let's get to Amir and Natalie, who I hope to not see return for the next season. Okay. Amir did his best to try and protect and defend Natalie throughout this reunion. And yeah, no, you really couldn't. It was a struggle for you. So Amir tried to hide the fact that Natalie does not trust him. Okay, and then he tried to use the excuse of, which I did. I guess that he wasn't completely wrong, but he tried to use the situation of, well, she's not here, so she doesn't really know everything that's really going on. So I do understand, like, it's not that she doesn't really trust me; it's just the situation she doesn't trust. Is what he was really trying to say. Um, so that's that. What else did I want to say about there? Andy, oh, he clocked Natalie not trusting Amir. I feel like it was something else I wanted to mention about their situation, Amir and Natalie. I don't know. Hopefully it comes back to me. But Amir says that Summer was a bit too touchy. Now I know what I wanted to say. Okay. When Amir brings up the fact that Summer was touchy, I was like, and this is coming from the man that also supported his girlfriend going up to somebody else to tell them that they man was touchy. Like, you was also messy and so was your damn girlfriend. But here's the thing, as well, we did see where Amir kind of told, not kind of, where he told Natalie, like, hey, he gave her the rundown on the girls, basically. Okay. Noelle was like, why would you go up there and make it seem like all of us wanted you? Like, why would you do that? This is why he did it, in my personal. Amir had to tell Natalie that so that Natalie can be jealous, in my opinion. Because Natalie being jealous and Natalie showing that type of emotion leaves him to believe that she actually does care about him. Because make no mistakes, Amir loves and likes Natalie more than she loves and likes him. Okay. So in order for him to, feel validated or whatever in how she may feel about him, he has to make her think that these girls want me, so you should want me more than them. And once she shows her possession over him, then he's like, oh, yeah, because she really likes me. She's not having that type of energy. And I'm like, okay, just because a person possessive like that does not mean, or act like she jealous, whatever it is, doesn't mean that she's really that much into you, in all honesty. You know what I'm saying? I feel like plenty of people be around here being with folks that they don't really care for. But as soon as somebody else is interested in them, they got a damn problem. Okay. Girl, that's kind of like Laura and Urkel over there on Family Matters, because Laura knows she wasn't stunned no damn Urkel, and then like that, and then what ended up happening was when he had went and got him a piece of a girlfriend, she started kind of feeling away. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's giving. But anywho, Amir says that what else? Oh yeah, Amir says that he is secure being with a woman that is super successful. Okay, a lot of people felt like that's not really his like. Listen, y'all might look cute together, but y'all really ain't giving that. And I don't think she's the best girl for you or whatever. And he said that he's super secure with being with a successful woman because people didn't like the response that she gave, talking about what he makes in this time span, I make in this time span. Okay, so she was pretty much down talking him in a bit. But I also felt like she was keeping it honest. All right. Nobody believes that they're a good match for each other. Or at least the fact that she isn't for him. So he says that they are closing on a house, and he put emphasis on it so people can know and believe that they are progressing in their relationship because they're closing on a house together. And I'm like, okay, all right. And this is what he let us know. And I need all the people that's in real estate and may have been through this to go ahead and hop down in the comments and make it make sense for me, because it does sound like he said that my name is on the he's what he said. He said something like the house is on me, but she's on the deed, or something like that, he said, which leads me to believe that financially the debt is in his name. He has the debt where she has access to the deed. Her name's on the deed. So she will own the house once he's exhausted all of his coin to pay for the home. The home will be rightfully hers. So I'm like, does he get any ownership of that? Or like, what happens? Like, she not even putting in on this. You ain't even married to her. You don't know if she's truly going to accept your proposal when you do propose to her. Yeah, I feel like she gonna end up playing you, buddy. And you so blinded, because I mean, she's your ideal non-black woman, whatever you want to call her. And yeah, you just going for it. And I just don't. I don't think it's gonna work out for Amir. I don't care nothing about them buying this house together. I don't see them lasting beyond 5 years, and if they do, it's to continue to save face, in my personal. But if that's what y'all do, then congratulations and good luck. But you gonna be financially responsible. Now, some part of me is like, I ain't mad at how Natalie navigating the situation either. Now, you know what I'm saying? Some part of me is like, hey, he gonna let you do it in, But I do feel like he's being silly. At the same time, I think they've been together for about a year and a half or whatever. So hey, if y'all feel comfortable and y'all want to go and get that commitment of a house and stuff like that, then hey, I guess getting the commitment of a house is better than having, I guess, a child, I suppose. Before y'all married or whatever, girl. Anyway, girl, before y'all at least get a proposal or something. But if that's what y'all want to do, I guess the babies is on the way too, girl. Get love. So I feel like she gonna wear his ass out in the long run, and I can't say that I'm not here for it. Do I want to see them on my screen as she wears him out? Absolutely not. I'd rather hear about it through the grapevine and the blogs, okay? Now, Amir says that he wants them to be the full circle couple. I don't know what the hell he mean by that. Let's move on. All right. Noelle asked about why oh no, we got into that. Okay. So let's get to Summer. Summer and Noelle says that she's cool. Okay, they talk about Summer and what she dealt with in the house. Noelle says at this time I'm cool on not being friends with this bitch. And listen, I'm with Noelle. You ain't got to be cool with her. I do think that it was nice of Preston to let Summer know, like, I'm here for you. I'm not gonna leave you. Summer says that she's never heard that before, and I'm like, well, your grandparents at least told you that they wasn't gonna leave you. At least it was your grandparents. Now I do understand the abandonment with your mom not being there because of her own issues, and then your dad seeming like he doesn't want to have anything to do with you or whatever the case is. So I do understand her needing a person to show up and say that they're going to be there for her. And I thought that was really nice of Preston. But then also at the same time, I don't blame Noelle for wanting to choose herself and not stick by Summer's side at the time. Like, granted, yes, Summer was going through whatever she was going through, but I also feel like um not only was she dealing with that, but some of the energy she gave to Noelle came out of her being drunk. And then also I feel like it came out of her being jealous. I really do. So when you see somebody operating like that, it's like I'm a fall back. I got my own stuff that I'm working on. Everybody can't handle everything, you can't put that on everybody. Obviously, Preston is at a place where you could put it on him. So if he wants to show up for you in that way, then hey, go ahead. Okay. So I don't blame Noelle, and kudos to Preston. Now Jordan talks about her hair loss and stuff, and how she's getting another procedure and she's hoping that goes well for her. So I hope it does go well for her. I know hair is very sensitive, especially to Black women. And everybody has different situations, you know what I'm saying? Some people just have, like I think she said her situation is hereditary. So when people be talking about folks' edges and stuff, it's like, well, some people just got hereditary issues to where they may not even have no edges. You know what I'm saying? Because of whatever they got going on or whatnot. And everybody don't have the money to go and get what is it called? I think Marlo got it. When you take a piece of your hair in the back of your head and then put it up around your head, whatever well, everybody ain't got it like that. To be able to do it. Some people have horrible alopecia, leaves them bald, leaves them with bald spots and stuff like that. So you would think people would be a bit more sensitive around it, but girl, when are we ever sensitive and serious? Okay, so that's what's going on with Jordan. So hopefully everything works out with her on that front. Okay, let's get to Preston and Bria. He talks about his dad, and he says that things are getting worse because since his dad's death collection agencies are reaching out to him and his siblings on behalf of his dad's debts. First of all, they wouldn't be able to reach out to me because it's getting blocked. And if I wasn't listed as a cosigner or anything, you hoes definitely don't need to be reaching out to me. Okay. So if he ain't give it to you, your damn show won't be getting it out of me. Consider it DEAD, just like he is. I hate to say it like that. But girl, if he's dead, so is the debts. Do not call my phone thinking I'm finna pick up and pay anything. Okay? Because you will be picking up to do. You have reached is what it's giving. Okay? So I thought that was crazy. Now, Summer speaks on being afraid of being vulnerable with her friends out of fear of them leaving her. And that's when Preston steps up and says that, he's got her back and all of that other stuff. Okay? When it comes to Bria and Preston having a conversation, I feel like Preston was trying to downplay his dislike for Bria. I feel like he doesn't really like her for real, for real. He did say that there was a time where she had an issue overseas, and he got on the phone and called the international, what he said, law of attorneys or whatever, to try and help her out because she reached out to him. Now, I do believe that Preston is a genuine person to where, in my opinion, to where if any of the people on the cast reached out to him for assistance, he will do his best to help you out. Right. I think that would supersede his dislike for you because he's just a caring individual. But at the same time, I do not think he gives no fucks about Bria, and I don't care how many times he tries to let us know that he does. I don't see it. Okay. We learned that Bria actually blocked Preston right before they joined this reunion on Watch What Happens Live. Don't know that reason. Bria tried to say that right out the gate season 1, he was over there shading her. Girl, shut the hell up, because right out the gate season 1, you was on some bullshit, is what you were on. So it's like, that's one thing I don't like about Bria. Bria can dish it, but she never can take it. It's always everybody else, and it's never giving Bria. Can't stand that about her. All right. What else happened? Preston says that he's shown up for her with when the cameras were not even around, and the things that she's been through outside of the cameras, he hasn't even brought it up on the show when he could have, because they weren't filming it. So why would he bring it up on the show? You know what I'm saying? And he said that your own man Simon was there and didn't even show up for you. And she said, yes, he did. He got me out of jail or whatever. And he was like, okay, that's fine. But all I'm saying is at least appreciate what it is that I have done for you. Right? And she says that she does appreciate it. She has said thank you or whatever the case is. Okay. So again, it goes back to Bria condition, but she can't take it. Okay. That's all that it is. All right. She expects more respect out of people than what she gives to other folks. And she's the only person that can be slighted in a situation. Nobody else can feel slighted but Bria. I'm tired of her. Bria says she told them where she told him where he could she was talking about Simon and about the flamingo and how he was never supposed to wear it at Nick's event because of the reasoning regarding the event. All right, he was only supposed to wear it in certain spaces, and he decided to disobey that and wear it wherever the hell he wanted to. Of course, Nick appreciated her for sticking up for him at that time, but it didn't matter because she turned around and stabbed him in the back later. I still don't think the flamingo was that big of a damn deal in my personal. You done got with this white man, and then you expect him to understand the culture and just different dynamics he's supposed to have around the group, and then you get mad at him when he's being his damn self, which is being a white man. Like, girl. Anywho, she talks about her soulmate in Tribeca and then tried to downplay it. She says that it wasn't a red flag for her to say that her soulmate is somebody else, but she's willing to marry Simon. Okay, so if that's giving gold diggerish tease for me, and I'm not saying you shouldn't dig for that gold, but that's what it's giving. It's giving she does not really care for Simon at all. She only cares for what he can do for her. That only makes sense, and she also cares about whatever leverage she thinks she's going to get from being with a white man that's a multimillionaire. And obviously, you're not getting a whole lot because you then sat up there and accused the man for supporting other people being racist towards you. So I'm like, I don't know about you, Bria, girl. I never knew about you, in all honesty. So I'm off her and I'm over her. Then they asked, people said that Simon using her for clout. She trying to downplay and say, no, he's not using me for clout. He just thinks that what I'm doing is so fascinating and he wants to be a part of it. Girl, when I tell y'all, Andy clocked in at this particular time. Andy was like, and you don't think that's using you for clout? Does anybody want to explain this to her? Andy sitting over there asking Amir when was he instructed, okay, to propose to old girl, meaning she runs him. Hilarious. Then Andy saying to Amir, when he said that his name is on the house and her name is on the deed or something like that, like whatever it was. Andy said, so what could go wrong? Nothing. Right. Yeah, like Andy was shading the hell out of it, and I was here for it. Okay, on the left side, Andy was eating their ass up. Okay, I was definitely here for that. What else happened? Jasmine and Jordan. Okay, so let's really get into Jasmine and Jordan, honey, because the group, Jasmine feels after she announced that she was pregnant, she felt like everybody was copacetic. Nobody was really that supportive to her, knowing that she's pregnant and her husband is not there. Baby, the way Jasmine was clocking everybody left and motherfucking right, baby, I was here for Jasmine. I said, Jasmine, let's go. Call them just out how you need to call they ass out, okay? Shanice couldn't explain why she didn't want Jasmine on the Jamaica trip because that came up. Jasmine was like, yeah, I want to get into some things. So can you also explain why the hell I wasn't on the Jamaica trip? Somebody pointed out Shanice mentioning it, and Jasmine was like, what have I done to you? What have I done to you for me to not be a part of the trip? Like, let's get into some things. Can you explain? Baby, Shanice really couldn't explain. And that's what kills me because I do feel like Jasmine played a very pivotal role. And y'all correct me in the comments because I know y'all gonna do that anyway because that's just how y'all is. I feel like Jasmine played a pivotal role in a lot of this cast being a part of this season. And I do hate it sometimes when people bring folks on the show and then they kind of flip on them. Now, I do think Jasmine could have been doing the most with playing up the whole wifey thing all last season, but I don't think she was that bad to where y'all don't want to fuck with her or have her around. What is that about? Okay. Anywho, so Shanice couldn't explain that. Jasmine make sure she said, I really want to hear from Preston. What you got to say? Because why you couldn't even come to me and at least let me know, like, hey, is there an issue with you and the girls? Because we're about to take a trip. You're not going to be invited. Like, she just expected more of him, knowing that he's been a part of her wedding and how close of a friend he was to her and her husband at some point. She just felt like he could have at least come to her. And she said, especially being that you met these ladies because of me. And then he gonna sit up there and deflect, baby. I don't care what nobody talking about. Preston, baby, you was wrong. We may like you like this, but baby, you was wrong like that, okay? In my personal. So he gonna say something like, I feel like you said that to try and take a dig or whatever, but like that doesn't mean that a loyalty and friendship has to stay the same. NIGGA, I hear that. Obviously, that's the situation amongst the group, but that ain't the shit that we talking about right now. The question is, why didn't you feel the need to come to me? Your response is, situations change, friendships change, whatever. Okay, and we got that. But again, the question is, why didn't you come and say something? What part of the friendship for us changed that you would not let me know what the was really going on? So I was with Jasmine, and I'm not changing on that. I was definitely with Jasmine. Jasmine was over there in his ass up. When I tell y'all, Preston really could not explain, and whatever he could explain, they edited the fuck out because we did not see it. Jasmine was on their head, and I was here for it. And then can I say Jasmine looked good with the blonde hair, the pink outfit, the breast pushed up. I said, come on, Jasmine. I'm with you. I'm with you, girl. So Jordan goes on to say that she was confused because she wasn't seeing the real Jasmine at one point. I'm confused because I'm not seeing the real her. Jasmine says that, listen, baby, and I love the way Jasmine clocked the fuck out this, baby. Jasmine said, listen, I think what the thing is that when people have been around you for so long, they really don't expect you to turn into someone else. And I think that's the situation here. I'm consistently evolving, and I think that she expected me to pretty much, and I'm just, paraphrasing, she expected me to be the same person that I was this whole time, and that's just not me. And you know what else? In order for us to move forward, it's going to require me checking the dog out of her in the beginning and not waiting to the end. I'm going to have to nip shit in the bud in the beginning with her as we move forward because that's the only path forward. Let me tell you something. Love the way Jasmine clocked the hell out of Jordan. Yeah, Jasmine clocked Jordan because that's exactly what it is. Yes, you were putting 20 on 10, but I do feel like when you're in a space where you're loved and you're in a happy relationship, whatever it is, you're happy, and your friend desires that too, you are gonna encourage them to get what it is that you have. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like she sat back and she was hating or whatever the case. Like, she wants you to be where she is. She knows that's something you want. You want to be married. You want to have these things. So she was just trying to be supportive or whatever, right? Even though we kind of didn't like how she was doing it last year. Once you told her, she kind of fell back, okay? I feel like Jordan, in my opinion, could not take Jasmine because Jordan always thought, in my opinion, she was the ideal woman. I'm the one that's on these magazine covers and this, that, and the other. And she probably was the most likable out the group, probably had her life a little bit more together than what Jasmine had. And she was never expecting Jasmine to go on and be married before her. She was never expecting Jasmine to go on and have a baby before her. There were things that Jasmine accomplished before her. And Jordan never saw that for her because she always saw her in a certain light. So you always thought that girl was going to be the broke girl living out of her car, whatever the case was, right? You wasn't expecting to see Jordan where she is now. And seeing where she is now, she's leaning more into that wifey role or whatever, and you really can't take it. Now, granted, I'm not saying you don't have your issues with Silas and how they may do stuff, But I do feel like you're not where you want to be fully in life, in my opinion, and you try to take, you pick out, you nitpick her situation, and you felt a way about it. And that's just what I think. I think life is not happening for you as you expected it to happen, and that is happening for another friend of yours. And because of that, your jealousy started to seep through. And honestly, I feel like it did not matter how much Jordan probably showed up as a person that was trying to hook her up with different people or whatever the case was last year. I feel like it didn't matter how much she did that or did not do that. You know what I'm saying? Even if she would have never did that, I feel like we still would have arose to this occasion right now with Jordan, where Jordan felt the way about Jasmine and the role she was playing as a quote unquote wife or whatever the case is. So, yeah, no, and she gonna evolve some more. Cause guess what? She done had a child now. She got a family now. So she not gonna be the Jasmine. Cause see, even Silas, now that I look at it, was highlighting how you wanted her to hang out with you all times of the night. And when he was clocking your ass, you felt the way about it last year. See, now I'm starting to see it a little differently. Now, you know what I'm saying? You trying to like, no, ma'am. You wanted to feel a way that he called you out because you would want her to hang out with you. Now, granted, I do feel like Jasmine should have had a balance of being able to hang with her homegirls and then also getting back in the house in a respectable hour if you do not want him to do the same SHI. So you did contribute to that in my personal, and your friend, the things that she used to do, she can't really do no more. Because she's trying to make sure she has a healthy relationship as well. So I don't know. I feel like Jordan has some jealousy about her. Okay, let's get to Nick. Nick speaks on being too touchy with the ladies. He says that it wasn't his intent or whatever. They talked about it. He thought everything was good, so he was surprised that Bria tried to bring that SHI to the front and make it something more than what it was. He does address Bria's claims. I don't even remember what all those claim what the conversation was, but I believe he just pretty much called BS on Bria. Bria tried to say that if she was single and wanted to smash, like he would be down for it or whatever. I don't believe that. But I believe you would have been down for it because why was you even talking to this man about being a sleep buddy or whatever the case was? Like you brought that up. And that's why, oh boy, Alex tried to chime in and say, Bria, the same stuff you saying about him, he could say about you. She was like, and that's fine. And I would own it and I would move on. Not necessarily. You don't often always own SHI. You really don't. You don't often own anything. So you can stop your lies, okay? What else? We learned that Tasia and Nick broke up. That's unfortunate. Hate that for them. Some of it had something to do with, what happened on television, and then some of it had something to do with other stuff. Okay. I think that some part of it could have been that she may have wanted to get married. Like at some point, like, what are we doing? Okay, are you trying to really get married? What are we doing? And I don't think that Nick was fully at that place yet. I think that may have played a factor. Whatever they've done on TV may have played a factor because he said that was not the only thing. He does feel like he embarrassed her on television for sure, based on the optics and how people would, feel, see that, whatever. It's unfortunate, but it may not be a bad thing that they have let each other go. I do feel like she wanted a deeper commitment. I think she wanted proposal, she wanted marriage. I do believe that, and I don't believe that he was willing to give it to her, although he sat up there and said that she had the whole package. I feel like a lot of men will say a woman has the whole package that they believe she has, and they still won't take the next step to be fully committed to her. But it is what it is. What else? Amir says that Nick has wandering eyes while in a relationship. I just feel like if you do certain acts around it in front of a person, why do you expect them not to look? I don't think it's an issue to look. I think it's more so an issue to act upon what you see. I think that's where the issue was. And I didn't really like how they was trying to play Nick out. You know what I'm saying? Like Amir let Natalie tell you can't do shit. You can't even ask where is that Jordan? You can't even ask that shit. You can't because she gonna get offended supposedly or whatever. So you can't even do that. But you want to talk about somebody else's wandering eyes? Like, I didn't like it. And then he talked about some when Shanice was over there doing the most. Us guys, I looked over at Alex, and then Alex looked over here, and I'm like, why are you looking at anybody being surprised when she did all of this shit last season? You know what you're getting with Shanice anyway. So why would you need to look around the room? Okay, you was trying hard to make sure that nothing was seen on camera is what it was given. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you was making sure nothing was seen on camera for you to lose that good non-black woman that you over there with. But anyway, yeah, I didn't like how Amir tried to play Nick out, and I don't have an issue that their friendship is on rocky roads because you allowed your girlfriend to participate in the bullshit that you were aware about that was coming forth, and then now you over here trying to play me out as though I'm a bad man, a bad boyfriend or whatever because I'm looking around at stuff. She's literally shaking her ass right next to him. And he looks over at it and he's like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Nick did anything wrong, in my opinion. He didn't go up, fill up on, trying to be all up on Shanice to smash her or none of that. I mean, she's doing it. And it's, I don't know. I just feel like as much as y'all don't want him looking, y'all need to check Shanice about doing the fucking most in the house, showing off her body. Because honestly, everybody don't want to see it. I think some of the ladies need to tell her, hey, you need to get that together. Everybody doesn't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if he's wrong for looking, she's just as wrong for showing. It ain't like he touched her. Okay. But y'all need to get Shanice under control as well though. But those are just my thoughts. What else? Amir trying to lie to protect his girl. And they called him out on his BS, and I was glad that they clocked him. Called him out on the BS for trying to protect her, like she was with the SHI, she was in the SHI. He had to kind of admit that she was, you know. I'm hoping that he doesn't return. If it came down to who's gonna return for the cast, I'm okay with seeing Jordan, Noel, maybe Jasmine. I mean, no. I'm sorry. I keep mixing them up. Jasmine is number one. I would not mind seeing Jasmine. I don't think we'll get Silas, as I believe he's still overseas. I would not mind seeing Noel again. Jordan, I'm iffy on. If she's gonna be moping around similar to what Summer did, girl, you can go. Don't want to see it. Summer, don't want to see you at all. Bria, don't want to see you, but I feel like they're gonna bring you around for drama purposes. Preston, you're all right. Who else? I'm okay with seeing Nick again next season. Don't want to see Amir at all. Don't want to see Natalie at all. And I wouldn't mind seeing Alex. So if we got rid of like two people by summer, she already said she's okay with being around them in doses. So I don't expect her to return for another season unless she's going to visit like Mariah. So don't bring her back at all. And Amir and Natalie, I don't want to see them at all. But because so many people because so many people are not fond of them and people don't like Natalie, I can see them bringing both of them back because they know that Natalie will be the puppet that they want her to be and get herself in the shit. And it's only going to cause Amir to be in more friction with other people in the house. And knowing that Nick and Amir are not on good terms, I could see them bringing them back for them to have possibly a scuffle or issue or whatever else. Because now it's this lingering thing with Natalie involving herself, Nick not calling her out accordingly. Hell, next season, Nick could come and probably put something on Natalie and make it seem like you're part of the reason why I'm not with my girl anymore. So I could see them bringing Amir and Natalie back. I would prefer not. I damn sure don't want to see her being a main cast member like that. If y'all want y'all views to tank, I do believe that that's one of the ways that they'll tank. If y'all add her as like a main cast member, so let's not bring her back. But Amir said he ain't coming back. If she don't, so don't come back. Go ahead and go away from us with this. But that's all that I got that I could come up with off the top of my dome for right now regarding Summer House Martha's Vineyard. You guys go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about everything. I'm Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.